knees like we do? No, they've got those big, powerful tail flukes. So we need to pretend to give ourselves some tail flukes. So everyone pretend to take off your legs. Set those aside. Don't fall down. And give yourselves some nice tail flukes. Put your toes in, heels out. All right, so now we've got our flippers and we've got our flukes. You guys see what the dolphins can do with those flukes? Pretty cool. All right, so we've got our flippers, we've got our flukes. Now what we need is, let's count. How many flippers and flukes do we have? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 flippers, 2 flukes equals 4. Oh wait, they've got one more. They've got 5 because they've got their dorsal fin. We've got that fin on their back that helps them with stability. So we got to give ourselves that dorsal fin. Everybody got your dorsal fin? Good job. All right, so we got our flippers, we got our flukes, we've got our dorsal fin. The next is we need to change out, what do we have inside of our mouth that helps us chew food? That's right, our teeth. Do dolphins chew their food? Have you seen the dolphins chew their food? No, they swallow their food whole. And they have those nice, sharp, pointy dolphin teeth in order to grab onto their food. So let's give ourselves some nice, sharp, pointy dolphin teeth. Ready, pretend to take out your teeth. Put them in your pocket, you're going to need them. And then get out your nice, sharp dolphin teeth. Let's see your dolphin teeth. Very good. All right, we got our flippers, we got our flukes, we got our dorsal fin, we got our teeth. Now what we need is to be able to breathe up to the surface of the water. Does everyone remember what the name of the opening is on the top that the dolphins breathe through? That's right, their blowhole. So pretend to take off your nose and put it on your head. All right, take a deep breath. And dolphins can also make a sound with their blowhole. Let's listen. Does that sound like a... Can you guys make sound like a dolphin? Ready? 1, 2, 3. It sounds like a letter. It sounds like the letter E, right? Good job. All right. We got our flippers, we got our flukes, we got our dorsal fin, we got our teeth, and we got our blowhole. The last thing we need is we need to become the right color. Boys and girls, what color is a bottlenose dolphin? That's right, they're gray, but they're 2 different colors of gray. They're dark gray on their back and light gray on their bellies. So let's get our light gray paintbrush and paint your belly. Light gray, light gray, light gray, light. Get the chin. Very good. And get your dark gray paintbrush, and you're probably going to help your neighbor out. Dark gray, dark gray, dark gray, dark gray, dark gray, dark gray. Get your dark gray back. Now we've got ourselves the right color and the right, all the right appendages. I think we've done it. I think we've transformed ourselves into dolphins. Everyone give yourselves a big round of applause. All right, boys and girls, you did a great job, but I think it's time for the dolphins to have a little bit more playtime. You ready to see the dolphins do some amazing stuff? All right, well, put your hands together, and here they go. All right, well, boys and girls, you are in luck because we have another animal that lives out here at Dolphin Amphitheater. Now, it's actually in the dolphin family, so it looks a lot like the dolphins, and just like the dolphins, it's a mammal. So, just like us and just like a dolphin, it breathes air and it breathes through a blowhole. And just like the dolphins, it's got a dorsal fin, it's got 2 pectoral flippers, and it's got those big tail flukes. But it looks a little bit different than our dolphins. These are our pilot whales. Pilot whales are a lot bigger than the dolphins and a lot darker. Unlike the dolphins, they're black and they dive much deeper than the dolphins. Now, just like the dolphins, they like to eat fish, but their absolute favorite food is squid. These pilot whales can eat almost 50 pounds of squid every single day. Now, what we're going to get to see with our pilot whales is something called husbandry behaviors. How many of you have ever been to the doctor before? Raise your hand. Right, everybody's been to the doctor. When you go to the doctor will examine you to make sure you're in good health. They might look in your mouth, or look in your eyes, or maybe even take a blood sample. That's the same sort of thing that we can do. I know, right? That's the same sort of thing that we can do with our animals with these husbandry behaviors. Now, these aren't the big fancy like jumps and stuff that you see in the performances. These allow us to take good care of our animals. And Kendra is going to tell us a little bit what we're going to see with our pilot whales.
Yes, hi everybody. We have 2 pilot whales that live here. Their names are Shadow and Argo, and they are going to show off some of these husbandry behaviors that we talked about. So you'll see Casey. Casey is rubbing down Argo's flipper. These animals are trained so that we can do full body checks on them to make sure everything looks good. So we look at their flippers, we look at their mouths, at their tails, at their dorsal fin every single day. Now you're going to see Argo slide on out. Now this behavior is important because in one of our back pools we have a scale so that we can weigh all of our animals. And every single week we will weigh each animal to make sure that they are growing at the right rate. So that is a really important behavior and another way that we can really look and see and make sure everything on their body looks very good and healthy. Now we can also take blood samples from our animals. So our animals will present their tail flukes, and Stephanie's showing you guys that in just a second. They're going to present their tail flukes, and we can actually take a little sample and make sure everything looks nice and good. Now, the most important part of all of these behaviors is making sure that we have a strong relationship and trust with the animals. So who has a pet at home? A bunch of you guys. So you know with your dogs and your cats, you spend a lot of time getting to know them, what their favorite toys are, their favorite treats, and building that bond with them. The same as with our whales and dolphins. We build a bond of trust, and that way we're able to do all of these behaviors to help us take better care of them. Back to you, James.
That's amazing. Everyone give the pilot whales a nice round of applause. Well, boys and girls, the animals at SeaWorld here are lucky to have people to take care of them. But animals out in the wild, they need our help too. And we can all do things to help out animals that live out in the ocean. Easy things like throwing away your trash or recycling. They're little changes, but they make a big difference. Do you guys think you can do that? Can you throw away your trash and recycle? Yeah, we can all do that, and it'll help out our entire environment.